All right. All right. We're live right now. Hello, everyone. My name is Andreas Diaz, aka Andreas Pop Culture Guy. Here today, I'm with Jeff, the True Knowledge Guy from MCU Bleeding Edge. Me and him are here today to discuss Chucky Season 3 Murder at 1600 or something like that. Yeah, we're here. So tomorrow we're going to be back again together to do our Monday report. So the reason we're doing this Chucky separately is because, well, we had time scheduling conflicts, so we decided to just make this a separate thing into my podcast. So Jeff, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. It feels good to be guesting again.
Yeah. I mean, for a while since March we did, right?
I haven't really guested on many shows at all for the last couple months. I haven't had the energy. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm,
mean, I haven't been feeling that well. You know what I'm saying? So it
yeah.
feels good. It feels good to guest again, man. It feels good to be out there, like doing something that's not just the MCU's Bleeding Edge, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Well, I think this was the perfect time to do live, the guests on my channel for a special Halloween content. We're in the Halloween season, and Chucky just came back. So yeah, so I begged Jeff to do a Chucky season 3 review, and we got to do it now. I mean, I was hoping to do it in the Monday report, the MCU Bleeding Edge report, but here we're gonna do it in my
There was
channel.
no begging involved.
Yeah.
That's not fair to Andres. There was no begging involved. I was totally down to do Chucky. It just boiled down to the scheduling and whatnot and everything and the other shows and everything. But you got to try to find a balance, right? And
Yeah.
when you work with somebody like Andres and I work with on the Bleeding Edge, where we do the Bleeding Edge report on Mondays, and it's a team thing. You have to be willing to, like, especially when, like, say for instance your Sundays pop up like mine have, where I've kind of just decided to, like, I was kind of having a hard time keeping the Sunday show going to begin with. I figured why not just like take that day off, and kind of just like, have a chill day, you know what I mean? And so that freed me up to do this, right?
Yeah.
It made sense. So plus Andres wanted to go ahead and start doing some live streaming, I think, didn't you, Andres?
Yeah, I think it was like I didn't know if I was able. Well, I was unable to do it, but because of StreamYard, you're able to do the live stream. So this is how we did it. So I decided to make like just connect to the StreamYard, try it out by myself before get help with Jeff. He's been very gracious for me to borrow his StreamYard, but I want to try it first for my account to
You
see.
should, and let me know if you decide to purchase it, because I want to give you my affiliate code. All right,
Yes.
come on, I got to get my grind on, baby. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
know.
So
So I mean, yeah. So I mean, I wanted to try it myself and see.
now I'm actually gonna drop a link in the comment section for once myself, bro. How about that shit?
Yes, yes. If you've seen one of my comments, hey, can you hear me, buddy? That was an early thing. I forgot to put in the private chat. So yeah. So anyway, Chucky season 3. So Jeff, explain to me your relationship with Chucky and the Child's Play franchise. I'm kind of curious about your thoughts on this franchise overall.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. I watched the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 films, whatever, that came out in like the 80s and early 90s and everything and whatnot. And
Hmm.
I kind of fell away from there. And um, as far as like trying to get into the first season, I watched like the first, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 episodes.
Uh huh.
And I don't know, like, I would have fucking like beat up on this kid with the fucking doll. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
what a queerbo fucking pussy ass dude that can do it is. Walk around with this fucking doll and shit. Like, who the fuck walks around like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, if I was in a school and some kid was walking around in class and shit with a doll the size of a
Mm.
human being and shit, whatnot, I'd be like, kid, you're going to the principal's office. Something's wrong with you. Like, I can't be having you in my class. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's next year? Like, this shit's not, it's just so farcical that
Yeah.
anybody would tolerate this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck would tolerate this doll shit?
I mean, hey. kids are very impressionable and they are easily to be tricked by a serial killer slash doll. Uh,
No, but I mean, it's funny though. It's funny because like they play off of it. You know what I mean? Like they play off
yeah, yeah,
how farcical it is. They play off of it and whatnot. Yet they try to be serious too. Like in episode, like in the first episode of season 3. For one thing, I couldn't believe how long it was. The shit
mm,
was over an hour long, right? Now I don't know if that had something to do with like the you told me that they only had the 4 episodes to work with for the season or whatever or whatnot. I'm not sure, but
yeah,
they packed a lot into it.
yeah, yeah. Well, so we so with the first, I had a chance to rewatch the third season's episode one, and I think one of the things that is kind of intriguing for me to moving forward with the 3 episodes we got for this October is that we got two plot lines. So we got the White House storyline, and then we got the main characters storyline where they're gonna go and to the Washington D.C. and try to stop Chucky from doing more murders in that big White House. So so that's why this like was an hour long to just like set up everything. Plus, like if you didn't see last season, which you saw a couple clips of, there were major plot beats that happened. That now these two kids are friends. Lexi, the blonde girl, her mom got killed by Chucky.
The one who
So
did the TikTok videos and shit and
yeah,
whatnot,
yeah,
that was awesome.
yeah, it was funny. I mean, I was like, oh my god. So it was just so funny. But it was a good way to explain what happened to her last season. With her sister now, kind of taken from Chucky slash Tiffany Valentine, um, which we'll get into when we see her again. Tiffany Valentine. But yeah, so let me explain I really like the series. I seen four the first four movies. I haven't seen the later new movies. I will see the new one, like The Curse of Chucky. I'll probably make a retrospective and review for this week because it's 10th anniversary. And that's important to watch that movie because the new character in that movie is in this show as well. It was played by actually the voice actor that does Chucky. That's the daughter uh, of the Chucky main actor, Brad Dourif. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. So I got into the show season two. So I haven't seen the first season completely.
Is
So
that Brad Dourif that voices Chucky? No shit.
yeah, it is Brett Durf. Come on. I mean,
And
and
Devon Sawa is in there too. No shit.
yes. Oh my God. I want this show has very funny moments. This is funny. David Sywat has been in the show since first season, but playing different characters, and it's very funny. He's playing the fourth character in this show. He played identical twins in the first season. He played a priest last season, where the kids were in uh, like a Jewy, like Catholic school, and now this season he's the president of the United States, which is hilarious. So
Oh, that's what that is. No shit.
yeah, yeah. So he's playing his fourth central character, and his wife that is with him. She is also another actor that was in last season. She played a nun, who got like she thought that Chucky was a god, and so she became very crazy, and then she got killed towards the end of the series, and now she's back as a different
Oh, so
character.
they're almost like doing stuff like that one show, like that's on FX.
Um, what is it, Fargo or
No, the horror show.
oh, the American Horror Story?
Yeah, like where they have like returning characters and whatnot to play different roles.
Yeah, yeah, it's been common. Like Twilight Zone. I don't know if you've seen the old Twilight Zone. Like a lot of the actors come back in different roles. Yeah, it's a common thing. I mean, and the vice president, he played Lexi, the blonde girl, father in first season. He's back here as a vice president, and he was in the movies. He's actually in the movie Cult of Chucky.
So is this supposed to be? Is there some kind of dimensional shit going on? Like what's going on here?
Well, so okay, so let me recap. So we all know
Does this have to do with the soul of Chucky or whatever, or this town or some shit?
well. So
And why is it only the kids seem to like know what the fuck's going on?
I mean, people are dumb and they don't know what's real and what's not.
Kids don't know shit. Kids don't know shit, man.
Well, I mean, hey, they know a couple things. So anyway, so just to recap the first season. So everyone knows Chucky. He's a serial killer. He's a myth. Everyone knows the story of a killer doll from the first three movies, and they know about Tim Valentine, the other killer doll that we were gonna see later, probably in the episodes. That's played by Jennifer Tilly, great actress, by the way. Um, so in the first season he had a big evil plan to kill everyone by expanding himself into multiple good guy dolls into an army. So he splintered himself into different dolls of himself, but he couldn't activate all of them. So he needed a kid to commit a murder to activate all his army in first season, and that's the whole plot of first season. Now, at the same time, Andy, the first protagonist for the first three films, he comes back in the show. He's like he's searching and destroying any like remaining Chucky dolls that they've been multiplying. We've seen this in the two direct video films of Curse of Chucky and The Cult of Chucky. If you've seen those movies, they will explain what Andy's been doing. So after that, so we're going into season two. So Chucky is pretty much like all over the place. Now the plan has been kind of like destroyed by the kids, but the kids get in trouble by Chucky once again at the opening, and so they unfortunately a kid got caught in the fire, and they were sent into the juvenile Catholic school for their sentence. And so while this time, sorry, lose my voice because I was sick today. Jennifer Tilly, that's right, folks. I was sick this whole day. But anyway, I'm gonna move on. So Jennifer Tilly, or Tiffany Valentine, is in Jennifer Tilly's body. If you've seen The City of Chucky, so it's a meta commentary. She's in Jennifer Tilly's body. The main evil girlfriend of Chucky, and the twins, Glenn and Glenda, the evil dolls from Sea of Chucky, are coming back in season two. And while this is going on, Chucky is trying to kill, Timothy for portraying him. But at the same time, Nika, the other character from the movies, from Curse and to Cult, is been captured by Chucky and Tiffany because Chucky actually put one of his souls into her. So like it's like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of situation right now. So and then after that, Chucky is like has a tormenting the kids in the school, and so like we get this big Avengers gathering towards the church, and so that's what happened last season. And then we got a Christmas special last season. That was the finale where Chucky is again chasing after them. He kills the mom of Lexi, the blonde girl, and somehow Chucky did brainwash her sister, which it was kind of ridiculous. But thank goodness we don't have to see season two because that was just like out of left field. She became a bad guy now, and so yeah, so that's where we're at now. I know I'm skipping a lot of major points, but I want to get into episode three. Um, Season three, episode one. So, but yeah, so that's where we're at with the Chucky series. So, Jeff, just overall opinion on episode one. What you thought about it? Are you excited to review this 4 episodes? I mean, three.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you know what? Episode one was pretty good. Like, I mean, I'd say if I had to give it a rating, I'd probably give it like, I don't know, an 8. You know, at least an 8, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I really didn't understand Chucky's presence that much.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff was pretty deliberate. Like, some of the Chucky shit was pretty like. Obviously, I understand you got to pay off the fans.
Yeah.
Right. Like I get that part. Right. So some of the obvious shit like had to happen. Him helping the Secret Service agent kill himself. Like, you know, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty gruesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that was pretty neat. It was pretty well written and like well conceived how it worked out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like how he like had him go for to grab the pocket knife from him, and that's when Chucky acted, right?
Yeah.
Um, there's a lot of moving pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was a lot to take in, but I had like a basic concept of what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So like, at that point, I thought it was a good episode, just long.
Mm, yeah, I agree. Um, I, I feel like this is a
They
good
could have
fresh.
they could have cut 10 minutes off of it, and I would have been happier.
Yeah, I agreed. Like I don't think you need the main characters from the first two seasons to be in this episode. Like I feel like you can save them for next episode when we get into episode two next week. Like because like I am more intrigued of the White House storyline with the kid and what is Chucky doing in the White House? Like that is the focus that I like without this movie. Every time we cut into the main characters from the first two seasons, it was kind of awkward. Like with Jake, and then Lexi. Well, Lexi was fine. Like I like her storyline. And then the last person was Devin, and then yeah, so it was very distracting. Yeah, it was a little too long. But then it's like you're setting up this new plot line of Chucky in the White House and killing
Which
more.
which again, it's very farcical. Like it's like fucking Chucky's at the White House now. Like, what are you kidding me? Like
I mean,
the title itself is hilarious.
yeah. Well, it's kind of weird. Like they didn't say Chucky at the White House for this episode one. It's called the Murder at 1600 or whatever it is called. Like
Anybody who knows anything knows that's the White House.
yeah, like I don't know. Like we even knew we're gonna be in the White House in the marketing and the teasers. Like why don't make the title say Chucky at the White House? It makes more sense. I don't know. It's just so bizarre. But yeah, I get it. I mean, Chucky, like I don't know. You've seen Bright Chucky, right? Like, with the
Yeah.
tone, like
Oh yeah, I like Jennifer Tilly.
yeah, like because of Scream, the Scream franchise became such a big hit during the '90s. This series, like, really lead into like the dark comedy, the more meta commentary kind of horror like vibes. So this series became more of that. It has been campy before. Like if you've seen the first film or like the second film, like Child's Play 2, there was some
Yeah. Oh
camp.
yeah. Yeah, I've seen some of it.
Yeah, like it was there, but it wasn't like full on, comedy farts as you say, Jeff. It was more like, straightforward slasher, typical movies,
It was like 80s. It was like early 80s, early 90s humor. Like, like
Yeah,
that kind of, you know what I mean?
yeah, that's true. Well, and obviously different directors had different sense of humor, so they knew how to, yeah, make
You,
comedies.
you have to kind of do that kind of stuff with Chucky. You've got to you got to pad it a little bit, right? To make it work, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, like, can you? I mean, he's a killer doll. Like, how many killer dolls we've seen in the movies, TV? I mean, come on, like, it's nothing new, right? So,
No.
anyway,
Remember
so
remember the Puppet Master?
oh, oh my god, Puppy Master,
We
that was
got
something.
I got to add that to the list.
Oh my god, no, we need to review the Reanimator or like, oh my god, Nightmare Elm Street, something like that. I mean, anyway, so anyway, first opening. So I'm not gonna, so for me, monetary this episode. So let's get into the first thing is like we see this kid. We don't know yet. We're in the White House, right? And it's typical horror. You're like, oh my god, what's going on? And you know what they did that I hate about horror movies today is the jump scare. Like he's in the closet, and then a big music noise come out. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? And it's just the mom opening the closet door, just saying, Henry, what are you doing? It's like, what? Why do you need to do the jump scare like that? That was so lame.
It's part of the farcical humor.
What? No, get out of here.
It is.
I don't know. I just felt like that was just a
I
little
think
too much.
it's like a prop.
Yeah, a prompt to tell us we're in a horror movie. Like, I mean, I get you're in a horror TV show. I get it. Like, you don't need a jump scare for like your first episode. Anyway, so we meet this kid Henry. We got another child protagonist or whatever you call. You know, he's very curious. He believes in ghosts. Apparently, in the White House, and you know, the mom is like calming the kid down. You know, why not? And then
Andre, we got in trouble, man, in one of the Walking Dead group chats because
what?
I made fun of Laurent. I was like, what? I was like, if not for fucking Laurent's pussy ass, pardon my French. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Andres, we're tired of his bullshit. And some kid come in there and he's like, "Well, I'm autistic and I identify with the roulette and all this shit." And I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Oh my god! I I hope he's not in this chat. I mean, no one knows about me.
Oh no, I responded to him and everything and whatnot. I was like, I was just kidding, man.
Oh my god, that is so. Oh, you could just say that tomorrow. Oh my god, you need to retell that story tomorrow. That'd be funny. Um, I come on, like, look, I'm sorry, folks. That kid from Daryl Dixon is
I
just.
was like, it's just a joke. We're just riffing off of that Ginny chick or whatever from Dead City. Like, it's funny.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why we have kids in this Walking Dead friend. I mean, we had kids before. What I'm saying, it's just funny.
I met another YouTuber too in the chat that is reviewing the Daryl Dixon series.
Oh yeah,
She said that it's like killed her channel or some shit like that. I don't know what she's talking about, but like whatever.
mm, that's weird. I mean,
I'm like he hasn't done that for us, so
no, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it's like you don't know if the series will spike your ratings. I guess your views. I don't know. Like
you don't go into these chats like I do, Andres. It can get a little bit venomous in there
yeah, I
when
know. I know.
when you admit that you're a YouTuber and stuff like that and whatnot. Like people can get like a little bit testy, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Ugh, no. Well, it happens. So you know, we got this opening scene, and you know, after the mom says, you know, calming the kid down, we get a quick scene of Chucky, who's named Joseph. So you know, as always, Chucky, the good guy dolls always have their own names. So like Chucky had to go by their names so that he doesn't get his cover blown. So you know, so he's in the cover as Joseph, as Henry's friend, right? Uh, and you know the name Joseph is going to be important. So we'll get back to the name Joseph. I think I have some ideas, theories that it could be connected to the family in the White House. It's like a personal connection. So and Chucky's using that to manipulate the kid and like try just like cause chaos in the family in the White House. But so after that reveal of Chucky in the chair, we get this, very funny scene where, the kids say, I'm brave, we can, you know, we'll be okay, in the dark, right? And then this, the Chucky doll, Joseph, it, like, just turns on and is like, oh yeah, we'll be fine. I don't know what he say. I just I forgot what he say. It was just so funny when he starts talking as a, just a regular doll, and it's funny. And then after that, you see him actually be Chucky, and like he does his like classic smirk at the camera, breaking the fourth wall, and we zoom back out, and we're in the White House, and then we get a complete blackout in the White House. So, what you thought about that whole first sequence of the kids' room and Chucky in that scene?
None of it really impressed me at all until like the whole like elevator scene.
Mm,
And then I finally grasped what was going on and everything and whatnot. And I was like, okay, so they are in the White House, you know what I mean, whatnot, and all that. And
yeah,
up at that point, like, I just thought it was interesting that they were in the elevator trapped. You know what I mean, whatnot. I was wondering what they were doing, if they were going down. I was wondering if the power, like, if the if they were stuck, you know what I mean, or whatever, you know what I mean. Like I was trying to understand like what the hell was going on. Like were they suspended and stuck like on the on the elevator? You know what I mean? Like or what was going on?
yeah,
Was it a power outage? And then when they went back, I'm like, okay, so like they're not going down to like
bunker,
I didn't know if they were going to the bunker,
yeah,
or whatever, right? Like so that's pretty much it. I didn't really have any thoughts.
yeah. So I wonder if is Chucky doing that as well? Like what he's doing? Like is he like trying
He's
to?
he snaps he sweat he like he grabs some kind of key or something off of like that one security guard.
Okay,
You didn't
I
see
thought
that
no. So I was gonna ask you what happened there because when my
when the dog bit the guy, Chucky grabbed something off him.
okay,
I don't know
it,
what it was, but
it could be a key, right? Like
something like that. Yeah, I
yeah.
saw him do it.
Yeah, because that was one of the things that was kind of odd in my second viewing. I was like, okay, he did have something, but I didn't see it. It was like very quick. Like,
Yeah,
I
they panned right to like an empty spot on like the security guy's like lapel or whatever, whatnot, or not his lapel, but down towards the bottom of his jacket, where there
mm,
should have been some object or some shit like that, whatnot, and it wasn't there. You know what I mean?
okay,
So like, I just don't know what it was.
yeah, it could be something that like opens or like gains access with the White House. Because Chucky needs to go around, and we see that a little bit in this like White House where it's creating like a subversion to get to.
It could be his Cash App card.
Oh my god! Oh no, that'd be kind of funny. He needs that. Um, yeah, so we get introduced with the other family members. So we got the dad, is played by Devin Sawa, great actor, like him. If you haven't seen Casper in that final scene, or Final Destination, the first one, or the first two seasons of Chucky, he's a great actor. He's amazing. Funny, he's the president of the United States. That's hilarious. Then we see the older brother, who's played by the actor that is from the Diary of the Wicked Kid films. He played Roderick, the
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, yeah.
So it was funny to see him in this, and he's of course smoking pot in the room, and of course one of his security guards had to get him, and he has to give him mitt. That was very funny. That
He's kind of a prick.
yeah, but a good one, I would say. Like at least he's not Laurent from Daryl Dixon, if you
No,
want
no,
you know, or the mute slash not mute girl from Dead City. So I'll take him over those two kids. To be
that's true.
honest,
That's true.
you know, and Henry as well. I'll take Henry over those two kids. Like at least the kid has more like yeah open minded. So like okay, so they as Jeff said before, we're in the elevator. All of them goes to the elevator. It's very funny. He's like in TikTok. This kid. Um,
Yeah,
so like exposing this like highly security like procedure like procedure protocol for them to be in a bunker, right? And the dog starts barking because he kind of like gets sense of Chucky is in the room. Like dogs can sense something that's in the room that's not human. And so
yeah.
like that was a really cool intense scene. And when the lights, the power went back off, the guy gets bitten by probably Chucky, and he kind of stole something from him. We don't know what. We'll probably get a reveal soon, and either next episode or down the road. um yeah, so we got that. And okay, so then after that, we can say that after that we get the press conference of the, I don't know, secretary.
Yeah, yeah, they try to add some seriousness to the show, the episode there a little bit and whatnot, with like
Yeah,
the fake the press conference and whatnot, which I thought was pretty well acted. You know what
yeah,
I mean? With not like and then like it just shows like some back scenes political like jargon back and forth between like the president and his vice president and like his whatever the hell that is, his PR person or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The head of his
yeah,
media team or whatever.
yeah. Try to kind of like cover up what was going on. Like they,
Not cover up, but like how to message it and everything and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like mention it, not like cover up. Right, right. So like she's trying to like message it in a more like professional way, right? And we get this like one chick, a reporter, right? That kind of like is very like is trying to get information from her. Like she's like beating up the questions to her, and we see her in. then in the next few scenes of the episode, and like she's gonna be probably another major character in this show that will probably discover Chucky is in the White House maybe, uh, and maybe help the White House or the kids to get in. Maybe we don't know. So she's a very fascinating character. Um, we'll see what they would go with the reporter, but we'll see. I mean, I don't know what they will do with her. Um, but yeah, but in this scene, it was funny. So in the president PR, conference, right? We got some reveals of this president, right? Darren Solomon's character, President, what is it? James Collins, right? So President James Collins is the first independent party to be voted as the president of the United States. So he doesn't belong
Yes,
to the the two parties that we know, like the Democrat or the Republican.
that's true.
So so that was kind of interesting. And I don't know if they're going to show like, or they're diving in, the politics and show something that's kind of unique. That's kind of interesting to see in the show about the politics, seeing like an independent um party to win this like election, because a lot of people don't know that there's a lot of other parties. It's just like they're not as famous as the Democrat and the Republican, uh, which is kind of funny. Uh, for me, learning is like there's other parties. Yeah, they are other parties. Yeah, and we don't know them because it's just like it's always the Democrat and Republican going face to face to be president. So anyway, so we got that, and like he's like later in the episode we get this more information. Like he's trying to be the honest president, and like he tries to be
Mr.
not.
Transparent, Mr. Transparent. That's his
Yeah,
shit. That's his shit.
yeah, right. So what do you thought about all of that? Like that kind of direction to this president we're gonna see in this series. Like I mean it's kind of cool, I guess. Um, I mean I don't know. Mr. Transparent will be really transparent when a lot of things are gonna be weird when Chucky just does any like killings. It's like how long is gonna be transparent with all these murders?
Kind
Like
of hard to be transparent at that point. Yeah.
yeah, like it's gonna be funny if they're gonna continue doing that, and that would be just a funny running gag to the show. I'll be happy to do that, but I don't know, like that's
It's
kind of
probably
funny.
gonna happen.
Yeah, um, so like okay, so like we get that scene, and then after that we got the breakfast scene, right? So they're on their phones, like as typical, I guess mid 2010 people's are, but the kid is there, Chucky's there, and the the breakfast, sitting there, and the kid is reading this ghost book to to his family. Um, well, before that, Roderick, the brother. I'm just calling him Roderick. I don't know what his name. Um, but I think it was very funny that oh, Henry, right? That was his name, Henry Collins, or what was the other bird's name? Oh, Grant. So Grant Collins, right? This he's such a as Jeff say, he's a annoying prick, right? He's an annoying prick kid, right? And he's knowing all. He's like into TikTok and all that, and like he criticizes his mom with what was it the drapes or whatnot the in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
other room, like he's criticizing like that, and it's like he's so like a know-all kid, right? As the teenager simply is. And then, the dad is like just not paying attention to what's going on at the table. He's just like on his phone, doing whatever president do, during that time. And then you get the kid reading this ghost book. Apparently, he got it from the store that all
The
of us
books,
can.
the yeah, the like the books, the boutique or whatever.
Yeah, the antique store, right? If you guys go to tours with these like famous places, you go there after the tour's done. Very funny. The kid went to the antique store, found this.
Not the antique store, like the whatever the general store like store that they have at the White House, whatever
Yeah,
how it's called,
right. Wait, bookery store or something like that. I don't know.
whatever.
Whatever. You guys can comment what kind of store it is in the White House. Like, I mean, you guys know what we're talking about. It's a yeah.
It's not a 7-Eleven, bitch.
Oh my guys. I mean, I see that'd be kind of cool. 7-Eleven in the White House. That'd be funny. Um, so yeah, he gets this random book about what ghost in
Yeah, goes to the White House.
the White House, right? And he starts to create this paranoid idea in his mind that he's gonna die and he's gonna be a ghost, and like it just it's so funny. This kid find this book, and this book was titled the name of this is 1/600 or 6,000 or something like that. So that I actually didn't notice that the number is actually from the book that this title episode is
Yeah,
called. Very neat. I like that. And I think this kid Henry is kind of in the stream. Like he's very like he's similar to his brother. He's very knowledgeable on certain things, and like he's afraid of ghosts, but he's also a very smart kid. And,
he's supernatural or some shit.
yeah, so very supernatural. Um, yeah, especially when he talks to this one kid in his school. It's like, excuse me, kid. My friend Teddy is a bodyguard. Should never mess me up.
Yeah,
He's like known actually like showing off his bodyguard. Um, so okay, so I think after this breakfast, right, we get the first scene of Zach, the main character for this last two seasons. So this, he's a gay character, just like the creator, Don Machini, who created Chucky in the first place. So thank him for creating this franchise. So Don Mancini created this character inspired by his life, and so he's in love with Devin, as you've seen in the next couple of scenes. We'll see
oh
that,
yeah, I saw.
right? He's a very like interesting character. He has this odd trait where he builds dolls as sculpture.
I
We
know
see it
they're really bad too.
really. I think they're kind of cool, like great. I I mean, making dolls as sculptures kind of okay, makes sense. It's weird, but yeah. So he's doing that, and he's trying to find Chucky.
But
Trying to
he's
study.
but he's reformed now. He's done. This is his last one. That's why he just needs Chucky,
Yeah,
right?
to move on. Yeah, trying to move on and destroy his enemy. That's right. So like he's compelling the TikTok audience to find Chucky. Not because he wants to add his collection of doll sculpture, it's just to try to kill Chucky, finally. So that's what he's doing. So that's the purpose. It's kind of cool to use the social media to find this random thing to like just destroy. Like that's kind of cool. And same thing with when we get to Lexi. Like she's trying to find her sister. Like using social media makes a lot of sense. So that's kind of neat. Um, but yeah, so I know you've seen the first episodes and first season of Chucky. What do you thought about Zach as the main character? I know you say he's weird and all
He's
that.
okay. I mean, I don't think he's a bad young actor or anything like that and whatnot. I think it's a tough role. And
Hmm.
like again, I didn't watch all the way through. Well, I didn't watch the full first season. I didn't watch the full second season. The first episode was good. I told you I gave it an 8
Cool,
overall.
cool, cool. Yeah, yeah. It's first season is very strong. I mean, it's really good. I highly recommend. Continue watching
I,
that.
I probably just needed to get farther into it. You know what I'm saying? I will. You know what I mean? But for right now, I had enough time to watch episode one and I totally digested it and everything and whatnot, right? And I thought that like where we're at right now, like where you're talking about in the show, was things were pretty good. I liked where things were at and everything and whatnot, right? I understood what was going on for the most
Yeah.
part. It seemed like I got the gist of it, right? It helped that I watched those first 6 or 7 episodes of the first season. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Like, so I understood to some extent what the gist of everything was, right? So from there, it seems pretty good.
Yeah. That's good. It's good that you've seen the first half season. It was important to understand the three characters that we're going to see in this season. So, and I explained what was going on with season two. So, season two is my favorite season because that's the first season I got into the show. So, I like the way they did with those characters in that season. But yeah, so I agree. I'm happy that you at least seen that to understand what's going on. And plus, they bring in so many of the movie characters in the show, so which we're going to see in the show. Andy's coming back in this season. Nika is played by Fernanda Durf. The daughter of Brad Durf is coming back as well.
Well, this is how I'm going to get you. This is kind of this is the currency we're going to use to trade, so I can get you to review the Netflix Marvel stuff with me on the Bleeding Edge report. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. Well, I need to do that. I mean, we definitely will. We need to do first Daredevil.
I know
Definitely.
the first season of Daredevil is like masterpiece.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, that's another whole plan for next year, maybe.
Oh, I know. We still got we still got what we've
Two
got
more,
two more
three.
months, of shows to close out the rest of the year, and then we'll regroup for next year. We got What If coming out at the end in December. We're going to be covering What If,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. We will. We'll see.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I mean,
Uh,
I never liked. I mean, what if it wasn't my favorite show, but it had good moments.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
I'll see if I can
Um,
get us some What If season 2 T-shirts.
no, oh no, thank you, buddy. I'll stick with the Scarlet shirt, uh, for the most part. So, okay, so back to Chucky season 3, episode 1. So we got the kid. We meet again with the president's kid. Oh, oh, so President Collins is talking to his like advising team, his vice president and his PR assistant, right? And this thing is important because it sort of sets up this whole Joshua name thing to be important in the series. So like Chucky's there sitting in the chair. It's kind of funny. See that, and while the team is talking to the President Collins about the hacking of the White House power or whatnot.
Yeah,
And he's throwing the names like I love the first country that's gonna be who hacked him was Russia. I find that very funny. Russia is the first name to pop up, and then North Korea. I'm like, why North Korea? Or yeah, North right? Because South is our friends, not North Korea. My bad, folks. And so I got confused. I was like, is South Korea our enemy or North Korea? I don't know. North Korea is our enemy. I'm sorry. But anyway, so so they dropped that, and then Jeff, you brought up, very excellent. He's like Mister, what's his name? Mister Transparent, right? He's very transparent.
transparency. Yes.
Yeah, transparency, right? And like he's gonna be honest to the folks, so he's gonna tell them that we're hacked. Well, like it's a common theme in the world. People can understand that, but you're not gonna form like major like personal details. Like people will understand that. So he says that, and then after that is done, the president, vice president, turns his attention to Chucky. And I like how he said, like, "Is this your new personal bodyguard?" And we get something kind of interesting here. Is that it was very convenient that this doll has the name Joseph, or just Joseph, right? And I don't know if this is the name of the dead brother that we get mentioned in the end of the episode. So how did Chucky know about that? Did Chucky get that from either by a tombstone or like from Henry? Like,
I have no idea.
you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's so I'm kind of curious about that like plot point, if that's going to be a major thing, and the 4 episodes or later when we get to the other episodes in 2024, if that's going to pay off, right? So that's something we need to think about, because we know that there was another family member, but unfortunately he's not with them. So we got that scene to kind of set that up, and make it pay off in towards that episode, right? So we get a cut to the school, right? Henry's being the smart kid now. This random kid was talking to Henry. Where's Chucky, his good guy doll? And he says like, yeah, he stayed behind, and like kind of like parasites this kid. It's like, don't mess with me. I have my personal bodyguard here, Teddy. Um, so it was funny. He just just put down this kid so fast. Like, I mean, he was just asking questions. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I just like how that kid was so like.
Well, that's why he tells. That's why Teddy tells him like you can't just like you have to have friends.
Yeah, have friends and you're underage, so it's kind of weird. And it was really creepy when he said that he could hear the heartbeat of Chucky. Uh, which is kind of true because he is like alive, and you like if you haven't seen the previous films, like he does become organic after he stayed long in the doll body after Child's Play 2 happened. So yeah, so they go back in the White House. They take the car, right? And then after they arrive, right? Of course, Camry doesn't like um, that White House. Like he apparently was trying to tell Terry to take him to get smoothies, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't know why the kid thinks smoothies is good. I think milkshakes is better, but whatever. Um, so they don't want to go to White. Well, he doesn't want to go to the White House, right? And then after the kid meets his parents, he tells Teddy to you know, um, sweep around the White House, right?
Snoop around his room.
His room. Sorry, thank you. Right, and it's very intense because you don't know what is going to happen if Chucky is going to kill him, right? And so previously, after the dad was done with something, there was a missing knife, a cutting knife that the president used to cut the mail and all that, right? It's missing. It assumes that Chucky has taken that, right? So Teddy sweeps around Harry's room, and then he sees the doll, and he sees the knife, the cutting knife, in his pocket, and then moments before he sees that, Chucky is activates and gets the gun and shoots him, and a very gruesome like first kill we see in this first episode. What you thought about it? Like, I also want to kind of hear, are you happy that the series is very graphic and can curse?
Oh yeah, it was very graphic. Yeah, I like the cursing. I do. It's very adult, and I really like the getting the shooting the cop in the head deal was really good.
Yeah,
The brains coming off the gun and everything and whatnot and shit.
yeah, that was. I mean, I was surprised we got that in the first episode for the season 3. We had to see the eyeball slide down. That was like very
Yeah.
funny to see. Like, it was very gory. Like, I mean, this show is very gory. I'm happy that it can curse and do some gore as a horror film, and it hasn't failed since season 1, which is good. But yeah, I think this was a great start, and it was kind of sad because I actually like Teddy as a character. I thought he was
Yeah,
a good.
he seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah, and then you hear that he has a kid and his wife, and it's like, oh my god,
Oh man, I know.
oh my god. I was like, oh my god, I hate you, show. It's like I hate when you gave me a good character to like, and then you had to kill him off to just like piss me off. So yeah, poor Teddy. He's died, and then it's another upset with Henry, which we get very sad. Moments with Henry. Now he's lost his good friend Teddy, and Chucky. Well, Joseph the doll is in the room. So the kid is like having his like breakdown really in this moment. Um, so yeah, then after that killing, we get a cool moment with the brother talking to his Secret Service. That was kind of neat. Which makes him more human. Like, I was happy that he was fine with the kid bunking in his room. That was nice. Um, so, and it was funny. I like the transition from that conversation with the Secret Service where he said that no one would believe he smoked joint in this like room in this White House, and then we cut it to the parents literally smoking weed or smoking pot, whatever, in their scene, and it was funny. And then they're doing that in this like highly secretive place. So what you thought about that scene? I thought it was very funny. It was also informal. What was going on? That like they did lost a child prior to their White House transitions. So I'm kind of curious. We get more information about this dead child that they had previously. But yeah, we just thought about the conversation with Mr. President and Miss President.
Not really much of it. I mean, I thought that it was just really well done, and she pretty much said, she was freaking out about like, what drawer, what like, whatever shit she had to pick or whatever, whatnot, what drapes or whatever, whatnot. And the
Yeah,
president was like, you know, you need to chill out and like take a break. And she's like, I need to work just like you're working. You know what I mean? Whatnot. And I like that. I thought it was a good scene.
yeah, and and then rewatching it again, it made perfect sense. Then like she probably is doing that because of like a trauma that she had to went through losing a child, as we discover in this last scene with them. So that was kind of neat because that kind of informs why she's so like uptight and try to fix this one thing, right? So that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. So this is like not our last scene because we're going to see the funeral for the Secret Service person. Um, but it was a great way to like understand this family throughout this episode. So so we're gonna jump back a little bit. So we get the two other main characters. We got Lexi doing the TikTok dance, right? So uh, yeah, trying to plead everyone to find his her sister, and that was a neat way to get back to what her storyline was in last season.
I
So
didn't know what
that
the hell was even going on. I thought it was fucking great.
yeah, first off, I the dance was hilarious. Like I'm just getting too old. Like I don't know what like kids do this now. Like they do these dance like in front of people doing this TikTok. Like oh my god, it's just so bizarre. And all the zooms and like all like the fancy camera movements is just so over the top. Like I don't know why. It's just so funny. Um but yeah, and then after that we get to the last character, Devin, who is the podcaster. He's like the true crime podcaster from first season. If you've seen the first 6 episodes, he's like a podcaster and like he's explaining, the myth.
He's underground.
Yeah, he's like underground, right? And like he's like explaining Chucky how he's like this famous serial killer. Now he's like even more famous because of his the Chucky doll thing connection, right? Uh, so it was neat, I was like, okay, all right, that's fine. Like, out of all the intros, that was like maybe the intro. I was like, why we need that intro? Like, I get he's a podcaster, and like I get we get Chucky. It's like I don't know. What you thought about the two other characters introductions? I mean, the Lexi one makes sense if you've seen season two. Like that was fine. It was funny, and like it makes sense. The Denver one was kind of bizarre, and like I mean, it was a good recap of his character, but like I don't think you need all that. I don't know. I just
What do you mean all the gay sex shit?
I mean them quoting call me by your name. Uh, I mean, it'd be better they to just stick with Titanic, and that's it. I mean, it was funny when they brought up Titanic towards the. I was like, "What?" Like that. First, you do call you by my name, and then you go to Titanic. It's like, oh my god! Like no Brokeback Mountain. Like that was the thing I was bothered by. It's like, where's Brokeback Mountain? Like, come on! Like Brokeback Mountain is a great movie, and it's funny to me they didn't bring that up or whatever. So but yeah, what you thought about that, and getting into like the kissing and then all that.
I didn't care about. I didn't care. That stuff doesn't bother me. I've been watching HBO series since I was like a little kid. You know what I'm saying? You know that. So I've seen all kinds of gay on gay sex and all that kind of shit and everything and whatnot, or man on man
Yeah,
sex and whatnot and everything. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone knows where I stand on that shit. I don't care. People can do whatever they want with whoever they want to like do what I certainly do. You know what I mean? I do what I want to do with who I want to do it with and whatnot and everything, and I don't really care what anybody thinks about it, regardless of what that cross on there says. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah. Or your party you support. You're a Republican, right? If
Oh,
I
don't, hey, don't, no politics, please, sir.
no, hey, I just trying to remember if you're Democrat or
Yes,
Republican.
I'm Republican.
No worries. This is a safe channel. Safe
Do you,
channel.
do you know that, Andres, you forget I made those 1 minute TikTok type videos for years, man. How do you think I met cyber? But I covered
Oh
politics.
yeah.
I covered politics, man. I put up big stats as a conservative voice. That's what
Mm,
I'm known. That's what I'm known as, the conservative voice.
Oh, that'd be a good channel name. Comfort,
That's what I was called, the conservative voice.
converted voice. You should.
Just look me up on TikTok. Just hashtag me conservative voice or THC capital TCV.
Oh man,
I have another YouTube channel. It's called uh oh god what's it called
what was it?
Night Owl Productions presents.
Oh, that's a good one. My old that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and so it's me talking all kinds of Trump shit and everything, whatnot, and all that good stuff. So there you go, folks. If you want to go beat me up for it, there you go.
yeah, yeah. We should do that. And P.S. We should make a campaign for him to be called Night Owl. That's appropriate YouTube name for him. Night Owl.
I like True Knowledge.
What True Knowledge? I don't know. It's maybe Mister True Knowledge. I like that, Mister True Knowledge.
I'm True Knowledge, baby. What's up?
All right, tell me. So, okay, okay. I want to know your knowledge now. Who is Chucky's real name? Full name. Tell me.
Oh, I can't remember
Oh, folks. If you guys don't know or Jeff doesn't know, it's Charles Lee Ray,
That's
which
right.
is common.
They mentioned it in the first episode, the first part of the episode. I saw it.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I never realized this, but until now, the three names that Charles Ray's name is based on Charles Mason. Lee is Lee, um, some other assassin, creepy serial killer. I don't know his last name. I'm sorry. I don't know Lee something, and then the Ray is Ray. Oh God, I don't know either.
That's all right.
Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. I can get it here. Hold on. Let me use Wikipedia to give you the information of the name that. Uh,
I'd be backing you up here, man, but I'm incapacitated momentarily.
oh yeah. Oh my God. How you been? Let's just have a casual talk now.
Oh, good, man. I'm pretty I'm feeling pretty good off my vape.
Mm, that's good. That's good. Um, feeling good. You know, excited for tomorrow with Deborah Dixon and what else? What else we're talking? Loki season one.
Loki season one finale.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Hell yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That sounds awesome. I can't wait.
yeah. Well, I'm excited to talk about season two. Thank God it's here now. So,
Me too.
uh,
Well, we should
yeah,
have we'll have more guests on this Friday when we do Loki episode 2.
yeah, yeah. I hope so. I'm trying. Get. Oh, here, here. What was inspiration? So overall, I thought that this first episode was a good start. I thought it was a good, introduction. If you haven't seen the first two seasons, it kind of get you to this series overall. I'm excited for the new plot about the White House and all that. Um, so to like wrap these up, we get into the last scene with their being kind of adopted with the teacher from their school. They're not doing well at school after 2 months of the semester. They're having been C's, right? So we get this funny call from Chucky calling them, right? And it was funny. It's like he's taunting the two characters, right? And then just says "f you" to Devin, and that was funny. I thought that was kind of hilarious. And then so we get the kids doing the Scooby Doo kind of thinking of like, okay, what clues that he left, and then the TV. Lexi saw the TV and sees the Chucky doll there, and so we got that last scene there where these three characters, and it was weird. I don't know if you paying attention to this, but it was weird. They were doing this like like twisty camera movement around the room on these characters, and then it's
Yeah.
not like it was so bizarre. But okay, whatever. It was, I guess they're copying Hitchcock or something like that. Um, they go into Washington D.C. to stop Chucky, which okay, good for them. So see how they get to that.
I can't
Um,
wait to see what their plan is.
yeah, their plan is right, and so before we wrap things up, right? We get the reporter, right? The reporter talks to one of her sources, right? to know what happened to the Teddy, the security agent, and nothing came up suspicious. So now she's like kind of curious about this death, and so she probably will continue investigating these weird events that's going on with the White House. So we got that storyline probably kicking in. Um, so yeah, so overall we got this first episode. Jeff, are you excited to continue with this series for the next few
I
weeks?
am. I can't wait. Episode 2 sounds good, baby. Okay, USA. I'm dropping an 8 for episode 1.
Oh, really? 8 out of 10. Okay, yeah, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was really good. I don't think it beats the first two seasons openings, but I think this was a good start. So yeah, um, yeah. So
We don't have to do
I
any plugs. I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna get some sleep.
yeah, yeah. So thank you everyone for joining me and Jeff's like Jeff actually. Thank you, Jeff, for joining me for my first live stream.
Thank you, Andres. I can't wait to hang out with you in the live stream with you tomorrow night, brother.
Yes. So we're not gonna do plugs as Jeff say, but we are gonna plug tomorrow. So if you guys seen this live stream, tomorrow we're gonna have a live stream of the MCU Bleeding Edge Monday Report, where we're gonna review Derek Dixon episode 5. So after I'm done with this, I'm gonna see Derek Dixon now and check out episode 5, which is cool. Um, and then we're going to review Loki season 1 of episode 6, the finale of season 1. So that's going to be awesome. And plus, Wednesday we're going to review
Ahsoka Part 8,
yeah,
and
Ahsoka Part
and
8.
then Friday Loki season 2 episode 2.
Exactly. So please check us our next 3 themes this week. Is going to be awesome. I'm so excited for that. So Jeff, thank you so much, buddy, for inviting me today. We're gonna get better. I'm gonna get better at this, folks. Just bear with me. So yeah, but Jeff, thank you so much, buddy.
No
And
problem, brother.
yeah, everyone, have a good night. Ciao.
Peace.